Good meeting then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so why can't I get this opened up?
We do a lot of nice things here.
Yeah, I read yeah,
Yeah,
the itinerary and the minutes, my
Yeah.
goodness.
don't be deceived.
So here's Mayanne. Mayanne, we're gonna let her in. So Mayanne's doing the minutes this evening. She's gonna join by Zoom. Hi, Mayanne, can you hear us? Connecting to audio.
There she is.
Hi, Mayanne. Can you hear us?
Her Zoom.
Gotta
is
put her
up.
Can you
speaker.
hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear
Okay,
us?
yeah, I was on the, what do you call it?
Mute.
Yeah,
Mute.
I'm on mute.
All right,
We've been
Richard
doing
may
this
be
5 years,
joining
I think
us.
we've learned mute button.
Charlene, I think it's hard for her to drive at night, so.
Charlene's on it too.
Yeah, Charlene is on it, so.
And she's North Belgrade, I believe, right?
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Now, are we losing Tasha because hasn't been here for
Yeah,
a long time?
Tasha will assist us in different areas, but she's pretty busy with her son,
And what's her last name?
Tasha Grady.
Oh, Grady, okay.
Yeah, it was, Tasha Stevens, it's Tasha
Okay.
Grady.
She's in North Belgrade too, I think. isn't
She is in North Belgrade, yeah, so we have representation from over there with Charlene, Tasha, Lois Hazlett. All right, let's start the meeting, minutes of the December 16th meeting, if we want to take a look at those meeting minutes. And Kathy Lavasser was very good to do these up for us. It was a good meeting.
Okay, I got my pen in hand, I'm ready.
Are you? Okay.
Hey, Penny, I didn't know you were there.
New member.
Oh, welcome.
She writes down who's in attendance.
Right, so man, we got Sue Perino here,
Okay,
Kim Hagan, Penny Morel, Kathy Lavasser, myself, and you via Zoom. We may have Richard popping in. He said he was gonna try. He's out of state.
Is
okay.
that how you spell his name?
I was gonna ask that same thing, is that?
It's Bon Eiderstein.
Okay, got it.
Is his name on here?
Yeah, is that correct? Spell?
Bon Eiderstein.
It is Eiderstein.
It is Eiderstein.
Well,
Every time I hear his name,
I approve the music. And I second.
Okay, so man, did you catch that?
Yep, who seconded it?
Susan.
Kim approved, Sue Perino seconded,
And who approved?
Kim Hagan.
That's what I thought, okay. I'm getting the names.
Yes, I know. You're
I
doing a
gotta
good
get you-
job.
There we go, okay.
All right, all in favor? All right, we're all, okay.
Do we have enough quorum to have a meeting?
planning board.
We're advisory only. A quorum isn't necessary for, because we just make recommendations, really.
Yes, sorry.
That's okay. All right, so, I had put on the agenda a follow-up to the current activities. So I want to talk a little bit about the new senior ordinance for seniors, for taxes. So it's a property tax, senior ordinance, and the Board of Select Persons will be holding a public hearing on Tuesday, which is next Tuesday at 6:30 regarding the ordinance.
Is that in Mary or is that at the center?
It's here,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, it's not just, it's for the whole
All of-
secret ballot questions, so it may not be first. As a matter of fact, I know it's not first, it's like number 11.
Did you say the 16th? No.
No,
No.
February
Next
4th.
Tuesday.
Oh,
At
February.
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, you don't have to be in attendance, but I think it's a good opportunity to get information out there, especially for seniors that are struggling. It offers an opportunity for them to be able to receive some assistance. There are some, criteria that has to be followed in order for them to be able to, to apply, so. But I know that we talked about it a little bit, and I think there were a couple of things in it that were a little bit confusing to the group, I know, because part of it, you do have to apply for the tax fairness credit, which is through the state of Maine, in order to qualify for that.
Mhm.
So the ordinance itself is a two-part, it's a combination of the ordinance that we had in place, which was a senior work ordinance, which allowed, each senior to work up to $750 towards their taxes, but there is criteria to follow. So, you know, I'm in hopes that it's explained well and that people will understand. And I think it's information that we can get out to our seniors. I know we talked about, you know, doing something with taxes. I did reach out to Senior Spectrum. They're no longer assisting in that area. So I'm not sure if that's something, you know, we want to pick up or would even consider picking up as assisting seniors with doing taxes, because I think part of the ordinance is that you do have to file taxes, and that's part of the state requirement for the tax fairness credit.
Don't you have to be a resident like 10 years for it or something?
No,
Oh, no?
no, I don't believe so, Mayan. So the tax fairness credit is on the main revenue site, and I think I actually put a link on our site under assessor for the tax fairness credit, but that is something that is eligible to seniors of a certain age. There are requirements that you have to fulfill to do that. I know there was a number of people, and I can't remember the number, but there was quite a number of people, seniors in Belgrade, that did apply for that through the state of Maine. So the Board of Select Persons are asking to put $25,000 into a reserve account to help fund this program. But anyway, but
Man, maybe, are there two different things, like, I know you have to be a resident and own your house for a certain amount of years, and you have to be 65 or older.
you do have to be 65 or older, yeah.
Yeah, seems to me, I read it just yesterday that you had. that you
Yeah, I
had-
should have brought copies out, but I
Yeah,
did not.
you
do
have to
that.
be a resident of the town.
And there's an
have paid-
income, and there's an income guideline.
There is an income guideline,
There is,
yeah.
yeah,
But I didn't think it was a 10-year resident, but I may be talking out of turn because I'd have to go back and look at it because there are two parts to the ordinance for the town of Belgrade that are being promoted, that they've combined into one ordinance. Okay.
yeah.
And, you know, getting information out there to seniors, I think the biggest thing is to, you know, I talk to people when they come in through the door, but getting links out there. It's hard to reach people these days on, you know, because not everybody's connected on Facebook and, so maybe we'll have something in our newsletter about it. We'll have something in the town report about it, but there is criteria. But I did want to just give an update because we talked briefly about that at our last meeting on December 16th. I don't see anybody else on here, just two. So a report on the craft days, I guess I'll give that to you guys. There's nobody here. So they're doing good. That right now they're averaging about 5 to 6 people And they pick up, sometimes there's 10 people or more. It's being run right now, during the break by Christine Pillsbury and Ann Greer, and is part of the food pantry. I know that right now they're working on these little, paper quills, have you ever seen those, the
No,
quill?
those are beautiful.
Yeah, they are pretty.
That's pretty.
Yes,
Well,
can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's needlework? I thought.
No, it's paper quilling.
Oh, it's paper cord.
It's paper quilling.
Oh,
So
look
they
that up.
are going to be doing, according to Karen McFadden, who has been part of our group, and she runs a lot of the classes during the summertime. Right now, they're doing the paper flowers using quilling techniques. It'll take them a few weeks. And then they are doing painting on glass and then framing it. So they do a lot of nice activities that it just keeps, it is mostly all woman. But it keeps them active and involved, and it's all about, being together. And so
Was that up to North Belgrade?
up to North Belgrade every Thursday from 9 to noon.
Thursday, 9 to noon.
Yeah, yeah, and it's free. We don't charge any fees. We do incur some cost. But also I did forward you out, I think
Yes.
Christine sent me the pictures,
For
but
fall, that was a pretty.
yeah, I was just
yeah.
like, oh my goodness, to print them all off, but I did forward out an email with all of the crafts that they've been doing for the last few months, so, which is nice,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they've already started this?
I think so,
Oh.
as to my knowledge, Karen wrote me, currently they are working on paper flowers using quilling techniques, and it'll take a few weeks, so it's not like, somebody could drop by and join in, so.
I'm gonna have to look that up, cause I've never heard of that.
Paper quilling,
No,
it's an old.
I've heard of quilling, but not paper quilling.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
an
all
old
one and the same. I
technique.
don't know.
Yeah, and they used to do it like in the 18 and 1700s, and then they would frame the pictures.
Really?
A lot of them were mostly flowers and things like that, and birds.
I wonder if
They
it's
did
hard.
very fancy birds, a lot of quilling.
It looks very intricate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have you seen them do this?
Have I seen? No,
No, I wonder if it's hard.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
It might be a little bit tedious because
Yeah.
you're working with small pieces
Yeah,
of paper and making sure that you're doing the curling correctly, but.
Yeah, especially the little ones.
Mm,
Yeah,
very pretty though, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's different.
Very pretty.
And roses?
Yeah.
Looks like roses.
And what you
Yeah,
said, they're
that's-
painting.
they're gonna be doing, according to Karen, she wrote me an email there Saturday. And so they're going to be painting on glass and then framing,
Oh,
so, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
I know, again, they used to do reverse painting on glass.
Mm.
I don't know if you've seen any of that, but that's an old technique as well, so. But they come up with some really creative things, and I know that, like. You guys, Kim and Sue, you saw the barn quilts that they
Yeah,
did,
that's
those are
beautiful.
really nice,
Mm.
as a matter of fact, yeah, I started one at home on my own.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yes. Karen's very, very clever and very talented.
Yeah,
She
the
really.
barn quilts are they're really nice,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I've made 2 so far.
Have you made two? Yeah,
Yeah, I took a class up in Phillips, yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a ride up just to see what this is about. I just never.
yeah, well, Christine's up there, and
I know Christine, yeah.
And Ann Greer, she's part of the
Mhm.
food pantry, so she's up there as well.
Now, have you, going back to our December meeting, did you mention to Christine about turning in her?
So we have, I did put out an email, because we had a little problem with people turning in their slips on a timely basis. And we can't take a slip from last year for reimbursement. So we took care of it, somebody made a donation,
Oh,
so it was sent to Christine to cover her cost.
oh, there's
So,
What did we decide on how long
I think it was 2 months. It should have been in.
No,
yeah,
I
it
think,
was-
I think it should be a month, but 2 months is quite, to me, if you get a receipt, you wanna get your money back, why would you hold it for 2 months? I think a month is, well, that's just me, I think a
Yeah,
month is.
we
plenty
did
of
put
time.
in by 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Or if it's at the end of the year,
Yeah,
they'd have to
or
get
by
it in by the
12/15 by the end of
31st.
the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for
yeah.
accounting,
I
15,
think you and I said a month, I believe on a month.
for accounting purposes.
Yeah. 12, 15.
So this year we have a proposed budget of 5,000, so we
Nice.
increased it a little bit and took the money out of the initial senior work ordinance. So, so we have a little bit more money to work with. Do you want to give an update, Sue? Are you still doing the senior, walk or
I do it.
Kathy? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to get there and I am gonna get there.
I know you will, I know. Oh, no, the senior, we call it the 1 mile wake up walk. And it's every Monday, 9 to 10. And unless there's a holiday or, the place is closed for whatever reason. So, yeah, we had it today, we had a blast and during Kids Zone, that was going on today, because school was closed.
Yes, teacher workshop.
Yeah, so she had the kids in there, and at first, I saw that and I thought, oh, maybe we're not walking. But she had them all busy in the other room,
Oh,
and then about toward the end, the kids came out, came down to the gym and they joined with us
oh,
and
nice,
walked.
nice.
Yeah, they
That's
walked
cute.
Inside.
inside
Yeah.
the gym, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
that-
the winter time, it's inside the
Mm,
gym,
yeah.
in the spring and summer, and sometimes fall,
Yeah.
it's out around town.
Right,
They were
right.
walking the Sahagan Road for a
yeah,
while.
well, yeah, we'd park at Pam's, and walk there. So yeah, it's inside, you do 22 laps around the gym and you've got your mile.
Oh,
But we break it up and we do stretching and, somebody might, have gone to PT and they've got a new exercise and they wanna show us and I'm thinking of bringing a hula hoop in. I think that would
I
be
think you
fun.
should hula hoop and walk. They
love, new stuff and they just,
Yeah.
there's so
And it's
much
good, it's
fun.
good to
Yeah.
just get out and
Yeah.
exercise anywhere.
What's that? Usually about a dozen. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had, there was like 6 of us today. And because some were,
Well,
staying home,
we
take
didn't have
care of
school.
grandchildren, yeah.
Yeah,
And is that
9
9 to
to 10.
10.
9 to 10.
And we have to
on
book
Every
out
month.
because pickleball comes in.
Yeah. I don't think pickleball played today though. I think
Probably
because of the
not.
kids.
Yeah.
But, no, Kristen's doing a great job. She's doing a little decorating here and there,
And she's
kind of
actually crafty.
adding
so she
her
can do
touch
it.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
they finally put up a clock on the wall so we could, when you're walking, you're looking. And I have to pull out my cell phone to look, are we running over? Do we need to speed up? Do we need to slow down? So, yeah.
Is the other lady there as well?
Oh, the young lady.
Avery,
Is that
it's
her name?
Avery.
She's
Yes,
still there?
yeah.
She is still
Yeah,
there,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's like the assistant.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So,
So you've hired the rec director?
right now, I think she's still on interim.
Kristen is
Penny.
interim,
Yeah.
Kristen McDowell,
Kristen
and
Mc-
she,
Is that with a K?
yes,
Kristen,
Kristin. She
Kristen McDowell.
runs, Wicked Elderberry,
Oh, where's that?
downtown. Yeah, right by, there's Remedy and,
Right next to where the old post office was.
right.
The building that my
Oh, okay.
father owned as a gas station.
No,
There you go.
60 years ago,
Oh, my
whatever.
So much
So,
history
okay.
in this.
So I think she's doing a great job and, so far, everything's good. We either have, 5 people, we could have 12 people,
We had even more than that.
Oh, yeah, I think the biggest class was, I think we had like 16 or 17
yeah,
people.
But that's probably in the summer when you get out and walk.
Well, yeah, sometimes in the summer, but, a lot of people just want a place to go to,
That's safe.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
safe.
easy walking, they're not gonna
Right,
fall.
right, right,
Because the biggest thing
You
is
can't do it
destruction.
longer than an hour,
no,
you have to be out of there.
well, yeah, cause pickleball comes in until they build their court, I guess, or whatever, but that's okay, they're usually ready after an hour, the
Right.
majority, that's enough.
It's enough.
Yeah, they've done their 10,000
Cause
steps.
it's pretty,
and
it's
feel
pretty
it.
brisk walking.
Oh, yeah,
It's pretty brisk.
Yeah, yeah,
And
Mary-
they've got the
yeah.
music going, they're stretching all
Mhm.
along the
Yeah.
way,
yeah,
with
And-
arm
and-
exercises and
And people
different
can go at
things.
their own pace, but,
absolutely,
like, I'm still trying to get Cheryl to come back.
yeah.
You know, just to be in the social aspect
Well,
of it, you
yes,
know.
yeah, for
You know,
sure,
What
yeah.
would be kind of fun to do, we did this at work, was we said, we were gonna walk to Fort Kent. We figured out how many miles it was, and
yeah.
collectively, so we marked our little, plotted ourselves on the map where we were.
That's a great
It was kind
idea.
of fun, it was, you know, something to look forward to, and
Yeah.
then we said, well, we're gonna walk to Florida, but we haven't got to Florida yet.
You know, that would be fun.
That is cute, somebody
And
has
then
a,
you could decorate, I mean, whatever your spot was, you
yeah.
could say, I'm gonna walk,
yeah,
and then do your little decoration.
But you all get there, like, we would all
Yeah.
get there at the same.
You would all get there at the same time because it's collective, you're
Yeah,
using
yeah,
everybody's.
Yeah,
right,
time,
so you
collective.
got
So if there's a
10
dozen
people.
of you, then you're gonna walk 12 miles the
That's right.
first day.
Right,
I bet some of the ladies would like
they
that.
probably
Yeah.
would,
And you just map it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're in Brunswick now.
Oh, that's
Good idea.
So, yeah,
So,
yeah,
so we can go to
we
lunch.
might do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'll bring
Well,
that
that's
up.
very important, lunch.
Absolutely.
That would be
Yeah.
something fun to do, and when we reached our destination, we could go to the grill and have breakfast.
Yes.
Well, it's a rich destination.
I know.
So no, we're doing good with it, Mary.
Oh, well, that's
Yep.
good, yeah, and it's a good program anyway, and I'm glad
Yeah.
that they got it started in some.
Well, they're dedicated,
Yeah.
that makes them get up in the morning and
Right,
get moving.
But I have to tell you, she's the inspiration, because she sends you texts in the morning, let's go, ladies, and she's very, very,
motivational.
yes, and she always puts these cute little things, so, she's very, very good at what she does.
Thank you,
Yeah,
so,
so,
I enjoy it.
yes, you
Thank
do,
you.
and it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause it does take someone to lead, so
Yes.
it's important
Yeah,
that
yeah.
someone's there.
Yeah, Doris Mathias started
Yeah.
out with it, and then when she went away, she asked, would you be willing to take it over through the winter? Yeah, sure.
And then
She
she
comes
comes
back,
back and then
I'm
she
still
takes
doing
it. Oh, she does.
Well, she does,
Yeah.
I step back, when Doris is there, I try to step
Yeah.
back,
Yeah,
yeah.
But you basically do it. Doris lets her to take over, so it's fun, it's fun.
I should get certified, maybe I'll get certified or something and be a.
Professional walker.
Yeah.
all right. So let's move on. 3-gallon buckets for seniors
Yeah.
program. So,
That's-
I want to say a big thank you to Kathy and Bob for, delivering what,
Delivering, yeah.
25 buckets
Yeah,
of
20,
sand?
they're actually 22.
22.
Yeah.
Yes, and
5
those
gallon.
are heavy all we had was the 5
Yeah,
gallons
that's-
to begin
yeah,
with, so
yeah.
she went, we only had a few left. They went and got donations from Hammond Lumber,
Yeah.
so we'll send Hammond
And
Lumber
now we got the
a
3
thank you
gallons.
card. And then also, I want you to know that, what's her name now, I'm having a brain cramp. Donated the 3-gallon
I don't remember who you said donated.
Dawn Fine.
Okay,
She donated 25, she bought 25 brand new 3-gallon buckets, so we now have those, so
Yeah.
that's good. So we mark those up, Penny, and just say, to call to return. And then we kept a list from elections of
yeah.
people that requested, we actually had a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
people on the list.
I did a little note in every bucket, I put a note inside when they're ready for more to call. I also called everyone that we delivered. Only had one delivery to make.
Huh.
Either everybody's all set with what sand we did deliver, or they had extra sand.
We haven't had
We
a
had
lot of
some-
ice.
No.
Yeah,
Not like last year where
yeah.
everything was ice.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on a couple of return calls, but
Mhm.
you know, for the most part, you know, people are very nervous when they get a phone call and they don't know who it is.
Right.
They don't answer, you know, goes into voicemail. So I said, you know, Kathy Lavasser, I work with the town of Belgrade, we're doing the senior resource committee, sand buckets and blah, 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 you know?
Mhm.
So I identify myself right away so we don't get a click.
Well, people do get very nervous,
Yeah,
especially
they
elderly
do.
people, and I had several say,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer the phone.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
leave a message.
yeah. One of
Calm
them
down.
answered, didn't say anything.
Mm.
And I just stayed on the end, who was calling? And then I said, hi, it's Kathy with the town of Belgrade, you know, senior sand committee. So, you know, sometimes you gotta catch them just right.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the only person I didn't have a telephone number for was Terry Colby.
They
Terry
needed
Colby.
sand
Terry Colby, Colby.
Oh, that's
We-
Scott,
on the
that's,
station. road.
that's Scott Colby's wife. I
Scott,
can't imagine Scott
Yeah.
needing sink and needing.
Well,
sand.
it's interesting, we got there and delivered, and he was out. He was outside, and he said, this is wonderful, we really appreciate what you're doing, we should be all set.
That's down on the station road, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes,
Terry and
yeah,
Scott,
yeah, it should be all set, but I was still gonna follow up because she put the name down.
Mhm.
You know, and I ran into that a couple of times, the man would come out and, I don't need any sand, I can go get sand, and
Yeah.
I said, well, your name
I'm
was.
kind of surprised that she did.
Well,
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
too, because Scott is, you know, he was a phys ed teacher for I don't know how many years.
Fine,
Yeah.
him from.
Yeah.
Atwood, Atwood and Williams, he was a phys ed teacher,
All
so
right.
he doesn't need help, but that's okay.
Yeah, I said to Bob, I
I
said.
saw a few names. on there.
Yeah, so
Wait till
anyway.
wait till I see him at church, am I gonna razz him?
But we also don't know what people are going through. I mean, he might not be able, he might have a hernia, he doesn't wanna tell
Oh,
everyone
he's
that.
fine.
Yeah,
He's fine.
maybe, you know,
I
she's
just
trying
think
to
we
be
should
helpful.
assume, make assumptions, but.
Yeah, but anyway,
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
taking
yeah,
care
so
of that,
we're-
because I was just kind of like, I can't do 25 buckets.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
yeah, no,
So,
no, no,
and-
Bob backed up the truck and he was filling it in and Corey Alexander was there and Bob goes, I'm working for Mary Boulder. Oh, that's funny, so.
We ought to get you a badge.
Official sand.
Exactly.
So if anybody calls Mary, just let us know.
Yeah,
Let you know.
Jesse would, because Jesse down the road from you.
Oh, just
Yeah.
Meadow.
Yeah,
we-
did I
we
have her-
I delivered to her a few times last year.
Yes, Jesse.
She's on our list and she's very
She's a widow.
hesitant to come
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
door.
Yeah,
or-
Jesse Neto, I'm
Yeah.
waiting to hear back from her, actually.
Yeah,
495.
Yeah,
3557.
3557.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do any of those people have emails? Probably older people. don't.
Jesse,
No.
yeah,
I
You
don't
gotta
think
get
I
them on.
know that.
yeah, I'll try her again tomorrow, you know.
I can
just-
call her.
and she might be all
Want me to
set.
call her?
But she
Sure.
doesn't seem to really have, I know she has family around, not sure what
Yeah,
the situation is,
yeah,
but.
yeah, she was the last one
Yeah.
on the Manchester Road, cause I took the list and,
And if anybody does need buckets, we do have buckets here, and they're the 3-gallon ones, so they're
Yeah,
not
I've got 'em.
as
Okay, thank
heavy
you,
as
Penny.
those 5-gallon ones.
You want my
Is,
phone number? Sure,
Kathy, is, Evelyn Smith on your list?
I don't recognize that
They didn't
name.
come to elections
No.
to sign up
I'm just
because
wondering
they
if
did
she-
an absentee.
Cause last year after after the holiday thing, I put up a plate of cookies and took over to them. And we'd had a lot of snow before Christmas last year. They didn't even have their ramp shoveled. So I shoveled off their ramp.
Wow.
So I don't, maybe they don't go out much. I mean, he's in hospital,
Um,
definitely, but,
Yeah,
I just wondered if they might.
let me give Evelyn a call,
Yeah,
because you know,
okay.
they didn't come to elections because, you know, of his
649.
situation and,
I think you're, I don't know things.
but I would be surprised.
The house that,
Yeah.
Kathy, yeah,
Well, the Stone Village is originally built on the Point Road, almost across from. Colts, Sandy Colts, it's up on the hill.
Okay.
So if she is interested, she should call you.
Yes, yeah, I left a message and, you
You
know,
did.
yeah,
He doesn't answer the phone.
I
either.
never heard back, yeah.
Okay, we're ready to move on?
Yep.
All right, movie Mondays, we need volunteers. Kim, you want to take it up? So,
Yeah, I've got the movies for February figured out, and originally I had said to Mary, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do them because I'm trying to save all my vacation time, but, I will do a couple days, at least in February, so we're gonna need, if someone could cover the 3rd and maybe the 17th, I'll take the 10th and the 24th.
Where does this happen?
It's at the movies, we run them at the North Belgrade Community Center. We have the TV, we have a CD player, those two movies, Lost City and Good Liar are on CDs. So it's just a matter of running the CD. The other two I'll run through my Amazon account and log in that way. And it's basically, I mean, I set up a 2 tables across, near, like right in front of the TV with some chairs. And then, make them a pot of popcorn and I put popcorn out in water. And play the movie. And we have, sometimes it's 2 people. More times than not, it's about 4 or 5 people. Sometimes we've had as many as like 7. But, yeah, so it's 2 hours, they come, they watch a movie, there's not a lot of chit chat, the 2 Alexander brothers will talk amongst themselves during the movie and stuff, but it's really just running the movie and preparing popcorn for them. So, yeah.
And how do you do the popcorn? Is there a popcorn?
homemade popcorn in a pan.
The pan, chicken the pan.
On the stove then?
On the stove.
Oh,
Jiffy Pop. Jiffy Pop?
No, it's regular, it's
Oh.
regular.
It's
Put oil,
homemade
we got the oil
popcorn.
up there, we got the popcorn up there.
Oh, my God.
The old
It
days.
would- Yeah, well, yes, my gosh, it would go all over the floor. And do you have bottles of water there too?
Yeah,
I do
well,
have
we're
some
gonna get
bottled
some, 'cause
water
we
there.
haven't had any,
Yeah.
we haven't done movies.
No, we haven't, but I've had some inquiries about the movies and people sound like they're missing them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do, because like Kim takes vacation, I have to take vacation too. So, I don't know if, anybody is interested in volunteering. I was thinking of putting something out on Facebook because I find I get pretty good response from things to see if there's a senior out there that'd be willing to go up and, get the movie going, making the popcorn. It's not a lot of work.
I mean, I will even go up and set the tables up ahead of time, so nobody has to do that, do that before I head to work or something,
What
Monday
days do you
morning.
need, what days do you need covered?
The 3rd and the
It's
17th,
on that.
I think for this.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
think it's- yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And does somebody have to have a key to get in?
Can you get that from Cory?
From Mary?
From here?
Well,
So you need somebody to cover on the 3rd and the 17th?
yeah,
So I'm willing to do one.
The 17th
The
is
third
a-
comes up too fast.
17th is a holiday, Mary,
what is it?
17th is a holiday.
it is a holiday.
What's the 17th?
President's Day.
February is Christmas Day.
Is it February?
Oh,
We're in February.
President's
Holy
Day?
moly.
Oh,
So the 17th, yeah, that is.
oh, that's starting at school vacation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And the ones that have a DVD, I'll just leave up there, there's a cabinet that the DVD's on and it's locked, the key to that is in the, kitchen, in that door that has the crafts in it. But yeah, I can just leave the DVDs up there and
Whoever's gonna do it probably ought to go up and make sure they know how to run the.
Well,
later.
that's it, we could go up in advance too and show somebody how to do it. The February 3rd comes up too quick for me, I have too much going on that I cannot, possibly do that. I probably could do the 17th, though. But I'm gonna put out an inquiry anyway, because this is a program that usually, we started
This was,
October,
a-
November.
and this was one of
normally.
the first things when the committee formed, this was one of the first things we did. So we had got it pretty well attended. Runs through the winter, we got it pretty well attended, and then we stopped for summer and did it back together.
Yeah.
Do you get mostly North Belgrade people?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't I put Barry and I down, cause I don't know how to run a TV
Okay.
around all that stuff, but he does. But he's
Electronics, I know.
So, okay, yeah, and if that isn't gonna work out, I'll let you know by tomorrow, Mary.
And,
Okay.
and, you know, I can even start it, I just can't stay the whole 2 hours. So,
There's no reason for you to go.
okay,
go up
because I was gonna say, if you aren't comfortable with, either the popcorn, the old fashioned popcorn making.
Did you have the bag?
Did you have that, is that pan up there still?
No, because that was my pan, I carried it back and forth
Okay,
every.
all right, so.
That's what I thought, I've been meaning to go check a thrift store or something, we should be able to find a, or whatever it is, 6 foot.
Yeah, one of the big
I've
pans.
got one we can take, so all you do is put the oil in and the popcorn in and out.
And a
Shake
cover.
it,
Yeah,
so it doesn't
and
burn.
there's a big,
Bowl.
glass bowl there,
Yeah.
it's under the cupboard, and I just dump it in that, and I started out making. Non-buttered, non-salted for anyone that had health issues, and then I did some that was buttered, so I did both.
Mhm.
The people that have been coming all eat the butter. And the salt.
Leave any extra snacks that you make.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's, I think, like I said, I think that it's typically, 5 people or so.
Yeah. So you don't
And
do a lot.
there's not a lot, and they do seem to enjoy it, it does seem to be.
They just sit there in the quiet and watch the movie.
Yeah.
They don't talk to each other.
And
It's just the comfort feeling of being together with somebody else, like Mr. What's his name across the street?
Libby,
Mr. Libby. He comes over, he hardly says a word. He sits there, he watches the movie, he smiles.
He goes home.
And then he goes home. He leaves his wife at home.
Oh, my God, that's.
Well, she came the first time and complained because the TV wasn't big enough, so.
Now we have a bigger
She-
TV.
But anyways, he has a really good time.
That's
and
funny.
then,
Isn't it?
Gail
Sure.
French, Maxine doesn't come much anymore, because Maxine has dementia, and she wanders a lot, like.
Oh, I know
She
who
walks
she is.
around.
She
Yes.
walks around.
She was there.
Is
She
that-
was at
is that-
Christmas
those
party.
the 2 ladies that were.
Yeah, yeah. So so the last few that I did, she was leaving Maxine at home, but, they all seem to have a good time.
Yeah,
That's all it counts.
it is mostly the North Belgrade community that comes up there, so it is a good time, and I think it's a good program.
Well, did you do it in January?
I didn't do it in January, I just.
So this is just together.
So this is just getting started, I think we haven't done it since November,
Mhm.
because I think we stopped for the holidays and.
But the notice is out.
Yes, did it get posted on the town?
No, when you sent it to me, no,
Okay,
so I'll get it out.
yeah,
tomorrow.
I know, I didn't get it.
I'll get it,
too
no,
late,
I'll
but I
get it
did.
out for tomorrow.
Do they
Like-
still have coffee and tea at the
Yeah, they
rec
were,
center?
I figured too.
Yes.
They do?
Most
Yeah.
movies are.
So we'll mention that too.
Some go,
Notice.
yeah, okay.
Did you see on the
And one
news
thing
where,
about the movie
I can't remember if it was Camden,
Um,
started to do that? They
we had
picked a
one-
restaurant and it was just 2 ladies, and they thought that they would try it, for seniors to get together and to meet, and it has developed into quite a group, and they all wear name tags and introduce themselves, and it's really it was really nice.
Yeah, I think they're still doing the coffee and tea. Do you know about that, Kathy, up
I
there
don't.
on Wednesdays at the,
I don't know.
At the
I
Center
think
for All
they
Seasons.
started it, but
yeah.
I
I'm
haven't
not
heard.
sure after Dan left if they're continuing with that program. I'm gonna get together with Kristen and see if we can't put together a calendar. Because the pickleball is mostly for seniors.
Yeah.
It's not a youth group.
Is it on the rec calendar?
It might
Belgrade
be,
Rec?
it
Yeah.
might be, but,
Yeah. Huh.
Kristen, I've looped Kristen in, Dan was part of our,
Right.
when my meetings go out, he was part of it too, and we always encouraged him to come, so.
Did
Is
they
she gonna
make-
do the concerts as well? Put up the event signs and everything?
I can't really be sure what's
Wow.
going to take place.
Did they play pickleball outside before winter?
So we used to, the
Yeah.
senior resource committee actually, that's our pickleball stuff, we bought that. And, so.
You bought the pickleball equipment Oh.
Yes, the net and,
Oh,
and
The one that was at
rackets?
the school, right,
huh,
was the one that we had, was the one that was at the.
Mr. Weaver picked it up and took it so they
Oh,
could
so,
use it
okay.
at the center, yeah. So, yeah, Karen McFadden actually started that program and she was on our senior resource committee and we did play at the school in the evening. It was a Thursday evening, so we had an okay participation, but it was split because of the concert ran the same
right, yeah.
evening, so. And then the next year. They took it in the wintertime to the inside. And,
It's so,
so,
I went, Barry and I went, we thought we'd like to do it, and we would like to do it.
yeah,
We had two problems. One was the one court is in the middle, and then there's another court over to the side. And we are so poor at it that we felt we were,
inadequate,
yeah, because the people that wanted to play and have a back and forth, we
Right.
just kept botching it.
Mm.
That was one issue, and the other issue was the closeness of the court, so that's why I asked if they play outside.
inside, yeah,
In the
we used to
summer.
play at the school and we set up 2 courts down there, so. There was an older one, but it kind of fell apart, so the senior resource committee actually bought a new net and everything, but, Mr. Weaver came and he asked if they could use that net, so that is our net.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was started with the senior resource committee,
Mhm.
so,
Well, it'd be nice if we can get those courts, that's on them.
yeah.
And who's paying for those courts to be built? At the town
They did fundraising,
fundraising?
they've done a bunch of
Yeah.
fundraising, I don't know if they raised
I know.
all of it, but they've done a lot.
Yeah, cause I know I've purchased T-shirts and everything when they had them out there. What is how much is it gonna cost? Do we have a figure?
I think that they do, but, I don't have that in front of me, so to round off a number,
Yeah.
sure. So it will be on the town warrant, so if you are interested, show up at town meeting.
I think that's wonderful. We have
Will
one.
that be at that special meeting, public hearing? That amount, is that one?
I don't think anything about the pickleball
No.
court is, no,
No.
that's on the floor of the town meeting on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so we've got moving Monday, anything else to talk about on that? Are we all set?
I think we're good on that.
Okay, all right.
When does Penny have to be sworn in? How does that work now?
Penny already was sworn in.
Oh, so,
She already came, she submitted her application,
Oh,
was
okay.
approved by the select.
so
board.
why can't you vote?
Today, I
On
couldn't
the
vote on the
minutes.
minute.
Oh, I
She didn't
see.
know if they were right. or not.
I see, I'm sorry. Right.
No problem.
All right, so, moving on, end of life, program, a discussion.
I talked to Lisa Day, I told her, I was thinking May 17th, I don't, she doesn't decide on a date, but then I told her like mid-May. And Penny, what this is we did a end of life estate planning, and we had someone from a funeral home come in. We had someone from Legal Shield to talk about wills and attorneys, and then we had Corey come and talk about getting into the cemetery, what the restrictions are, you know, whatever, he talked about the cemetery. It wasn't really well attended, although I thought it was really good. We had eight or nine people, maybe, maybe 10, I don't know.
Probably about 10.
Might
And then
have
you
been
called your husband and he
two,
came in.
three, we might have had 10 people.
We
Yeah, I
also-
made my husband come because I said, I don't know if we'll have anybody. So he came, but so.
We also gave away these books.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which were very like end of life,
Mhm.
everything your family needs to know. You know, things like passwords on computers, passwords to, I do a lot of online banking, I pay a lot of my
Yeah.
bills online.
Where
It's a
you have
different
life
password.
insurance policy.
So, and making sure that, you know, those passwords are written down for a family. So I thought it was really, really good.
You said Lisa did a wonderful job.
Lisa did a
She
good job.
did a
She
super
was there
fantastic
representing
job.
Legal Shield.
Mhm.
And she did a good job, and I reached out to her again, I told her that, we wanted to do it a couple weeks later this year, just because, people would be returning from, Florida, you know, or wherever they snowbird. And she's interested, I have not talked to, the funeral director yet, I was actually thinking of maybe going with a different funeral home this year.
Plumbers.
I thought about either Plumbers or Dan and Scott, who do direct cremation, and I know last year we had questions about direct cremation, so
Okay.
I was thinking of maybe Dan and Scott.
Didn't we talk last time about giving it a different name? Instead of end of life, even though we know.
That's what it is, nobody gets out.
I know, but
You don't get a pass?
a different, some other title, maybe.
Depends what your religion is, I
Roses.
guess, you know, to come back as a, you know, something. I think we,
Yeah,
I mean, we can just call it estate planning.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what we wanna say,
sure.
not say end of life, just estate planning. but,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
well, and it's for seniors, so it's,
right,
you know,
right.
It could be for almost anybody though, because some of the information that was provided, you know,
It's good for
especially from
everybody.
Lisa. With Legal Shield, and I know, you know, that's her business. But it could have applied to, you know, just the general
Mhm.
person.
Well, and it's never too early to start planning, right?
No,
Right,
no,
You never
no,
know.
no,
So
no.
the 17th is a Saturday, do you think, May 17th works for people, or?
Well, I just think
So
it's
you
gonna
can
be,
Give them a
you know, whatever date it's, some will attend, some won't attend, so it's,
So you
Yeah,
got
last
the
year we
prom,
did Zoom it, so
you
that
got the
people could.
prom around that
oh,
time.
yeah.
You've got what events going on?
Well, Mother's Day is the weekend before.
Right,
Um,
that's what I was just looking at. Mother's Day, then you got Memorial Day on the 26th. So
I'm
you're
not sure when. the
kind of
prom
right
is,
in
I'll have to
between.
check.
my anniversary is the 17th.
You don't wanna do the end of life thing?
No, no.
Oh, let's go here for my birthday.
Your Mother's Day or my anniversary, end of life. And
Yeah.
then-
Oh,
Right.
gosh.
All ties together.
But together.
That's funny.
I don't know.
Well,
what else-
and
what
that
else is
date might
going
not
on?
affect everybody anyway.
I mean, I wouldn't think the prom would.
The
make
prom
it-
isn't gonna, no,
Yeah.
no.
And it's in the, you know, I think we did 10 to noon. maybe
Yeah,
last
and that's
time,
fine,
so,
yeah,
Yeah, we did do the morning.
Yeah, and I think it started at 10.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I would think the morning would be better because that doesn't mess up the rest of your day.
We could even do probably 9 to 11 if
Mm-hmm.
people thought that would work better.
Yeah,
And that's
Yeah.
here, is that down here, at the
Yeah.
town office?
And that frees up the afternoon.
Yeah,
So you're gonna change it from 9 to 11?
Yeah, 9 to 11, and I'll reach out to a funeral.
Now, let me just ask you, some of the seniors, is that too early? 9?
No,
No?
I
think-
like things early because then if you have something else, it doesn't interfere with the rest of your day, then you have most of the day left to do whatever you want.
Right, yes.
Middle of
yeah.
the day, people get busy doing other things, and I think this would be better in the morning, the earlier in the, 9 is good.
Yeah.
9 or
Would you-
9:30, yep.
9 to 11,
17.
yes, Saturday, the 17th of May.
I'll have to confirm that, because like I said, I haven't talked to.
Well, and to
I
make
haven't
sure
talked
that
to
all
the
the different
director,
groups
but-
would be able to
Right.
attend that day as well.
And last year we did Family First, which is, the parent company for Wheeler. Because they were local, but the reason I was thinking Dan and Scott was just because they do direct cremation.
What does that mean?
That just means you can do nothing for service, they just will pick up the body and cremate for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
So
good, that's what I
you won't
want.
have to do any of the arrangement.
Good, okay.
Okay,
All right, anything else that anybody wants to add on? I mean,
I do,
Yeah.
but I don't wanna monopolize the meeting,
you
but
got 9
we
minutes.
had talked. We had talked, a while ago, and I reached out to the Belgrade Health Center, and then it never went anywhere. And I know this kind of segues with you saying people don't want the calls, but we had talked about doing, just a sign up that if there's someone that wanted a call, just a
Oh,
check-in
yeah.
call. And it would be just a daily call, just to say, are you okay, do you need anything? And there are people that don't have family around, their family's out of state or whatever, family works, and it would just be, and it would be, the reason we talked with the health center was that they were just gonna kind of promote it for us and say, this is available, it's just volunteers that man the phone, but it's a voice at the end of the phone. If you, just wanna talk to someone and need something.
Well,
And we haven't done anything with that, but we had put that out there as one of the things. Mount Vernon does, a similar kind of thing that they will have. People will check in, I mean, they have people that sign up to be checked on. And then they also, so in addition to calling and checking in on someone, they also have. They set some time aside, sort of what our Wednesday coffees are, where people can just go and have someone to socialize with, so. I don't know if that's still anything we wanna do, and I don't know that people are gonna.
well, and that's
Want-
interesting that you say that because Eric Hooglin, even though he couldn't be here, he said that there were some programs and different things we needed to connect with the Belgrade Regional Health Center, and he's actually on the board of directors.
Oh, well, I did, and I mean, I can look at the name of the
Yes,
woman that I think she was a case manager, but anyways, and that was. Sort of the beginning stage of like. Would this be a good idea, and would you be willing to work with us when, you have. Patients come in that you could say. And it's not giving them giving up their independence, it's really just. I know you wanna live in your house, but maybe someone just needs to call and check on you kind of thing.
Right.
So anyways, that's just thrown out there as something that I didn't wanna lose because we had talked about it, so I just didn't wanna
Right.
get
So,
put aside.
and
That sounds good.
it does, and why don't I follow up on that
I
with
mean, with my
Eric?
mother, we had, before my mother moved in with us, she was getting to a point where even her medication, she'd forget she took it, she'd take it again. And we ended up having a woman that was just a woman that lived near her, that would call her and say, okay, it's, 7 o'clock, it's time for you to take your medicine or whatever. I would, take it, until it got to a point where we took her medicine away from her. But yeah, it was nice that, we were all away, I mean,
Yeah.
we were close by, Charlie was up there, but he was busy. Jim and I lived in Belgrade, so it was a matter of, it gave us peace of mind as a family to know that there was a woman that would check on.
That would-
And the way it was left was, if my mother didn't pick up the phone, she went to her house to make sure that she was okay.
Oh, that's nice too. That's
Yeah.
huge.
And she would say, she'd call on the answering machine, she'd say, Becky, if you don't call me back within 10 minutes, I'm coming down. She would go, "Oh."
Yeah.
So, that's just something we've talked about that I think is a good idea. I don't know how to implement it. Do you have any interest in it, but
I know we did have the paper for sign up.
we did have, yeah, and I don't know if anyone signed up.
I did not see any signups at all, so, all right, let me work on that.
And that that wasn't really promoted. I mean, it was sort of like, we had it at the
It was
election
out
and it
there.
was like, would you like to have a call, just, and I don't think it was explained well, like, what the idea was, and. We're not gonna come to your house, we're not gonna, unless you want us to come to your
And
house.
so maybe we can get something in the news.
So it would be if we called and we didn't get an answer, we wouldn't necessarily go to their house. We would
Right.
call someone to do a welfare check,
Mm.
unless they had said, I'm perfectly comfortable with you coming and checking on me, kind of thing. Yeah.
And we do have a health officer now. So,
Who's our helper?
Shannon, what's her name, her maiden name, you might know her, she was a nurse down to the school for a period of time. She got a divorce, moved away, came back, got remarried, and I can't think of what her it's on our Town of Belgrade website. I can't think of what her married name is now. But, somebody that would be willing to go do that.
Yeah.
Welfare check. So.
Yeah.
I'll follow up on that, and I'll follow up on what.
I'll get the name of the person that helps in our doctor with Eric. You think Eric wants? Like,
Well, actually, he had a woman's name there when he sent that email, and I forwarded it out to everybody when I responded to him, because I hit reply all, so the name is in that email.
but it's an email, Mary. I don't look at emails.
I'm sorry, I don't have time to call people.
Not gonna answer anyway.
Oh, and I am not a big texter. I'm sorry, I still have a flip phone, people. And. I
know, it's so hard when,
I can text, I
know.
I choose not to be that accessible. It's just too easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people walk down the street, they're not looking, they're talking to each other, they're looking at their phone.
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant, the family's sitting together, they're all looking at their phones, I'm just like.
Do you remember, one of our meetings, and I can't find it, we had a list of everybody's telephone numbers.
Yeah.
I lost mine.
Okay.
Can we put that out again? So
Yeah,
that,
can I just email it to you? Is that okay? Is
yeah.
that okay, Kim?
I have my copy.
Well, I'd rather have a hard copy
You mean the
Okay.
committee
You
roster?
can have a hard
The
copy.
committee roster?
with all our numbers
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
I'd rather have a hard copy,
Yeah,
Okay,
because I don't have a printer at home, so
okay.
that way I can call Ken.
I know.
All right.
The 2-1.
Oh, my gosh.
Doing good.
Anything else?
And I still have a landline.
Well, I still do too, just to help.
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Well, our next meeting will be the fourth. The fourth Monday in February.
February 28th.
Yep.
Last day of the month,
Wow.
unless it's a leap year.
Okay, man, did you get it all?
I did.
Okay,
If you
we're.
have any questions, I'll send you an email.
Okay.
February 28th.
24th is the last Monday.
24.
But where did I get the 28th? I did.
I don't
oh,
know.
gosh.
I said the 28th, but it's the 24th.
I got it, okay.
All right, you have a good
All right.
night.
Thank you for taking the
Okey-dokey.
minute.
We adjourned?
We're adjourned.
We're adjourned.
I know where she got the 28 days in February.
And I wrote it down too. February 24th, okay, all righty. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Have a